Well, if it isn't my good friend, the poet. I can't say I'm surprised to find you here. Whose grave are you visiting today?
Who's there?
Weeping at the same grave over again. Why didn't you choose any of the others? Ligeia, Annabelle, or perhaps Berenice? So sure Virginia was going to be the pig for today's torture journey. There's no denying your affection for her. What was that poem of yours? It was many and many a year ago that a maiden there lived whom you may know. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought
Than to love and be loved by me. What am I doing? I recite poetry with a statue. I must be drunk. Or mad.
or both.
I am hallucinating.
Should I answer this one with another of your stanzas? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Still you have no clue to who I am. I am your shadow, your soul, the object of your obsession.
Are you mad? My obsession?
Recognize me now, Poe. Are you feeling lonely? Longing again for the departed?
Silence! I came here for solitude, not loneliness.
Always obsessed with the dead. A great subject for your writings.
It is not obsession, but rather inspiration which drives my writing.
I wouldn't define it that way. Remember Roderick Usher? His compulsive obsession for his departed sister, Madeline, caused such a nervous agitation that it led him to an early demise.
It was brotherly love, not obsession.
Obsession, superstition, unrequited love. Who do you want to convince? Bravo. In your own words, you became a victim of the very terrors he had anticipated. Much like you. Don't you wish you were dead?
Why should I? I want to live. I have more stories to tell.
Your time is up in your world. You have nothing to lose, no one to love. Stop feeling guilty for other people's death. Virginia died in spite of your care or your love. Your mother succumbed to my power, leaving you helplessly alone.
I was so young when she died. I was denied even the memory of her face.
Guilt never leads to any good. If anything, you are haunted. Haunted by sorrow. Guilty not of a crime, but of the inability to stop me.
If anything, I am guilty of giving my readers what they want. A glimpse of redemption. Stories with a moral where justice always triumphs.
Is this what you mean?
So you presume everyone is guilty of some unfathomable crime? A crime that should remain unpunished?
I feel flattered. Your obsession with death is to my ears like a sweet love song.
What do you mean, obsession?
Come with me. Don't delay for another second. Being alive in this world brings you more unbearable pain and suffering than those who wish to sleep forever. Even as you try to extend life beyond my sweet embrace.
I remember vaguely. Once I wrote about a doctor, someone who challenged you.
And as I can see, he lost. Lost to me.
He was so close to sparing Monsieur Valdemar from your fatal embrace. Was that a crime?
A crime against fate. And your sentence was a life of endless sorrow.
Stop with your tortured mind games.
It's nothing worse than imagining your own death, isn't it? Nothing worse than to fear eternity.
I wrote a story once. A tale about someone who relived the hell of dying 1,000 deaths.
Perhaps a mirror where you saw yourself reflected. Every image, a different death. You have devoted so many pages to my name, caressing my face with your poems, kissing my lips with your prose, all veiled love letters addressed to me. You fear me, and yet you are insatiably attracted. Come with me. It's time.
No, it cannot be. I don't want to be forgotten. I was buried in a common grave. My writings were forgotten for years.
You are already dead. How could you remember your own death? Unless you have succumbed to my embrace. Your life is not worth living anymore. It is time to meet your own ghosts, the people you loved and lost forever. Come now, Poe. You love me. You've been a corpse walking amongst the living for a long time, Edgar. It must have been quite a strain.
Maybe you're right. Sometimes I think the only thing that kept me from you was my beating heart.
Look at your final act. They all succumb to my prowess. The poor, the weak, the rich, the powerful. Everybody bows before me. I offer you one last chance.
I don't want my work to be lost forever. My work is eternal. I want that eternity. I want to be sure my words will survive me, that they will never be lost in time.
That, my friend, nevermore.